Hello, and today we'll continue with Lands of Fire. So we got to make a choice. This is where the roots begin, so click continue. I'm soon followed by Wayu, who leans against me and nuzzles me. You weak. Now you know what it's like for me when you fuck my brother. Fuck you. That Yongu girl didn't wear me out, you know? I get pretty hard and judged by what's poking me under my tail. We is excited about this as well. However, our moment is ruined as Dora enters the house. He seems to notice what's happening and frowns. Please don't tell me you are about to have sex. My crotch hurts. This is the last thing I need. Well, that's your fault for not taking your chance. Go outside. No. You know, I've always wanted to fuck both of you at the same time. You're both so hot. This seems to murder Winyu's boner as he just crawls away from me. My however is not quite done yet as Perel enters the house. His sweat and musk were noticeable before, but in close quarters they became intoxicating. My mouth dries and my blood runs storms between my heart and my penis. Perel says nothing, but he knows exactly what is going on and crawls closer to me, then flexes his biceps. The lip between his legs and his penis has slipped out of his loincloth. He grabs it, waving at me. He wants me to work for it. I almost give in, but I can't let this asshole have that satisfaction. What are you waving that thing for? I'm not going to have sex with you. Not after everything you've done. Bye by me. There's more holes here. So we're going to do the poly-root. Sure enough, Wayu and Dora also seem to be interested in Perel. Dora looks the same, but Wayu looks indecisive. Wayu, you're not seriously considering sucking him off, are you? He said our people don't deserve to live, and he almost forced himself on me. Just speedy and inevitable. This seems to be the one thing that does it for Wayu, who similarly looks aside at me. You're right, I love you. I won't hurt you like this. This hits me like a wave on the face. You mean it? Yeah, I do. I've been holding back because I know you like Dora as well, but all I've done is put you at risk to deny myself. I do love you. Wayu stares at Dora, who seems like he's about to cry. Hey, he hasn't chosen me over you. You still have a chance, bro. Dora says nothing. He just looks at me pleadingly. I honestly can't decide. I love both of them so much. Wayu has always been there for me, but Dora needs me. So I give this a decision. I want both of you. Now this is interesting. Here I was getting bored to tears with this drama, but it seems your friend has both aspiring balls. I am almost proud of you, Kumadan. I ignore him. I instead focus on my friends who exchange glances. But won't it be a bit weird since me and Wayu are brothers? In my land, a man takes many wives. They don't need to have sex with each other just to tolerate one another. Personally, I think it is even baffling how you argue about shit like this instead of getting it on. But there are solving problems, you bunch of sailors. His constant annoyance, along with his musk, is driving me insane. I need a release. Fine to have sex with you, but under my terms. Still want that? Perel smirks. Let's fight each other. I want to battle even when we fuck. No love making bullshit, just your beautiful angry face. I climb on top of him, open my possum pelt, allow my elections for your... I want my paws on his chest, but I am smaller than him, and one can argue it's a bit of a woman thing to put the ends on the larger male pecs, but I still feel dominant over him. His scarification is incredibly pleasant to the touch, soft and sturdy, and once thanks to the gum the medicine men put inside the scars. My people don't do scarification, but many but most other cultures in the continent do. Though he is literally beneath me, Perot is still smug, and that only makes me madder. Upon both our penises and both of us moan wildly, the more I keep going, the more our ego seems to surrender to the pleasure. As I look at Perot's face, I feel sort of facts of the fact that he looks more vulnerable probably helps. Part of me wonders if we could still salvage this. After all, he did concede, even if he still added with bravado. I scan his face for some answer, and he seems just as confused as me. Finally, we come roughly at the same time. I collapse on his chest, almost low to the sound of his heartbeat, until I realize who I am on top of and Dart. Paul seems disappointed and even sad. It's okay. The once mighty and proud asshole seems to be begging for my affection. One of me yells inside my skull, but I concede. I lay on his pecs. It's a shame you're so awful to other people. You really seem like a good lover. I'm sorry. I know these are hollow words, but I truly am. You don't need to forgive me. But I promise I will treat you right from now on. You are strong, both in strength and spirit. A sane person will cultivate those qualities, but I guess I lost even sanity. I consider bygones be bygones if you color me like this all the time. Yeah, my word. I'll carve a new scar to prove my new loyalty to you. Do you have the materials you need for that? Ropes, gum, and fire. I say so. I make new scars all the time to prove that pain doesn't affect me. We have rituals to prove we're above pain as well. We don't make scars, but we take out teeth. I opened my mouth, and Perot seemed satisfied with the evidence. I will start walking about you so well. We cuddled each other for a while until we heard groans, and the smile can't be ejaculated. I thought it would be weird because you're brothers. To their credit, they didn't actually have sex with each other, they just masturbated. Still, I teased them for this for a while. I sauntered Perot's side, snuggled in his strong arm, and still when you endure, lay beside us. I wonder if Bagala would be interested in being my boyfriend as well. I wake up without a body. I have no flesh, not even eyes. I'm simply pure light and hearing, one with the light. This is clearly some sort of dream, but not a normal dream. I've been cut off from the spirit world, so my mind glides in light. Without control, as I'm dragged much like a leaf on the wind. I end up at the slopes of Uluru. To their credit, they didn't actually have sex with each other. They just masturbated. Still, I teased them for this for a while. I slid to Perot's side, snuggled in his strong arm, and soon when you endure lay beside us. I wonder if Bagala would be interested in being my boyfriend as well. I wake up without a body. I have no flesh, not even eyes. I'm simply pure light. I'm simply pure sight and hearing. What was the light? It is clearly some sort of dream, but not a normal dream. I've been cut off from the spirit world, so my mind glides in light. And without control, as I am, dragged much like a leaf on the wind. I end up at the slopes of Uluru, a most sacred place inhabited by an evil god. The trees are hollowed out as in blizzard brim, but instead of eels, they have people trapped inside, screaming as the flames lick their flesh. Most horrifying is the fact that many of these victims have been skinned beforehand, their blood dripping and sizzling in the white flames. Their flesh is being smothered, yet they don't die. I hear movement. To my horror, the Sun Woman's black and red dogs come carrying victims tied to poles. They resemble dingoes, walking on two legs like the people, but there is something awfully wrong about them. I pray to them, but no words are heard. I have no voice. The dogs don't seem to notice me anyway, carrying the grisly work of tying people inside the trees. Some even begin skinning them alive with bone daggers, rolling and folding the now loose skin so as to not touch them. The victims come all over the continent, but the youngest to arrive horrify me the most. The UN. No, please no. The light flares. I'm too blinded, for I have no eyes that will melt. But seeing all these atrocities, I was darkness cover my sight. Then you see nothing. And there she is. Once a kookaburra, she now bears many wings, and many beams of light. Her scarification patterns mirror the sun's shape, and they glow with a light so strong that they almost seem like glowing body paint. Rostless blood dripping from her mouth, the end of countless lines permanently staining her chest. You threatened me, back when the world was dark, back when I lost my child. Grief overwhelms me. I know her loss all too well, even if it was entirely her fault. I took my revenge with the people. I set droughts that lasted for years. I burned their fields and crops. I personally burned them until they learned to use ochre. There is an odd lilt to her voice. It is as if it is stuck in a cycle of anger being subdued by calm, a cycle that goes on with every word she says. But as my nature is light itself, I had a realization. All are my children, and I crave my child. I too have a realization. I beg to Jerusalem for a voice to scream with. We will be together soon, my child. Even when I wake up, I can't muster a scream. I can only sick in terror and weep, which is probably for the best, as almost everyone else is still asleep, except for Bangla. He motions for me to come cover, and I hug him, burning my face in his feathers. Do you want to talk about it? It was the Sun Woman, Jerusalem, what she's doing to the people. I dreaded her once as well. She scared my mother right in front of me, and I couldn't do anything to stop it. I'm so sorry. So many are losing their loved ones, so I make peace with it by being there for others. I can't save everyone, but I won't stop trying. I say nothing. There's nothing I can say. He's taking his horror by being noble, and I'm here just go along in the vain hope I can save my people. And most of the time I'm just saving my own skin. Me and Parole, I disagree on many things, especially when it comes to you. But like him, I do think you're stronger and much better than you know. Wait, when did you hear him say that? Magala makes a very strange face. This is our house, but I saw you were all excited, so I just stayed outside for a while. I feel my ears burning, and I'm pretty sure no amount of fur or body paint covers my bloods. I'm so sorry. It's okay. It was a good show. He smiles a little, and I can't help but smile back. Since you're such a pervert, maybe you'd like to join our relationship. That does sound intriguing. Me and Perel had sex sometimes, but we never quite felt romantically attached. You, on the other hand, I can feel it in your eyes that you need guidance and you're very cute. I blush again, but it's a nice kind of blush, and I reward him by nuzzling into his neck. What about when you endure? They're very cute too. I think they love to cuddle with you at the absolute least. If they give me a chance, then I'm all for it. Speak of the melange, when you endure yawn. Good morning, Kurbadon. Good morning, babes. Say hello to your new boyfriend. You're just collecting us, aren't you? What can I say? I really do love all of you, so I want to try this thing between all four of us. Oh, like a romantic band of brothers. Okay, I think I'll certainly get along with Bangla, if you know what I mean. Bangla winks at him. I'm still unsure, but if this means that I get your love, I'll go along with it. In response, I crawled to Dura and enveloped him in my arms. He was peacefully burying his head on my chest, much as I with Bangala and sighs happily. Winyu crawls over to Bangala, and they both cuddle each other. What are you going to do today? I'll try to see if there's anyone playing Wanguk. I've seen a few people play, yes, men, women, children, all play separately, it seems, and some teams only have some Kensets on patrol for a while, but I can join you about 3 hours from now. Count me in as well. I can't with stresses and yawns, finally waking up. Morning though. Paula's ears are now red and bears a softer smile. I could get used to calling me that. Nobody has in a long time. I remember what Bangla told me about Pearlie's village and I feel sad. Pearlie notices this and gently crawls to me and Dura hugging us both. So what are you two lovely sluts up to today? And like all of you playing around, I'm going to prove my usefulness to the Gunjit Jamal by learning how to farm their eels and help them with the process. Babe, you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. If you want to kick either of you out, I'll whip out their spines and make sex toys for us to try. When you're into are horrified and Bangala just rolls his eyes, but I think it's very adorable. Thank you for the offer, my love, but I'm good. Besides, Dora is probably curious about the whole eel farming thing. Isn't that right, babe? Yeah. See, everything works out. Okay, but come join us if you can, alright? Okay, fine. Happy? Yes. We'll go through our morning routines, wash ourselves with water mixed with herbs, biting wattle, bark, and other herbs to clean our teeth, applying body paint to each other. I paint both the mighty pecs of Perel and Bangala as well as Dora's smaller frame while Williams and Perel's paws trace my body. All of us get hard at some point or another, but we don't feel like ruining our body paint right now. After all, we have to get used to each other's patterns since Guillemot and our warranty patterns are quite different from our UN ones. We use the same loincloths we bought on our journeys, but Bangala suggests bartering for new ones by the end of the day. Women and some men make clothes for the styles of pretty much all cultures given the refugee crisis in Peru. Wenyu and myself offer to hunt to provide new pelts. Neither Bangala nor Dura seem to be pleased with the idea, so they tell us to just do that if there's no other option. I'm already loving our new dynamic. I decided to pay my sister Goodity a visit. She seems to be having fun with her new friends. The tripod that fuck Ryu is weaving some textiles from grass fibers while Goodity is grinding with a mortar, turning yams and millet into bush bread. Oh, hi, Kudabong. Morning, Sister Ann. Diramu, hot stuff. Well, I just came to check if everything's okay. Well, everything is okay, so you just wasted your time. Girl, you're so ruthless with your own brother. Well, I can smell he just stole your man, so you're welcome. Yeah, I can smell it too. He's good with his cock, isn't he? I didn't fuck him, he just came on me, but yeah, he fucks me very often. Both me and Duwambu noticed that we're making Goodity uncomfortable and burst into laughter. Anyway, I'm going to learn how to fish for eels the Gunjit tomorrow. Wait, do you happen to have any next? They usually give them to the new people, but if you start with one, they'll be mildly impressed. Here, take this one. Bear in mind that fishing eels is really easy, so getting this one busted will make you a laughingstock. Nor my brother, he'll probably not only whip his net, but also set fire to the lake somehow. Thank you for your vote of confidence. Anyway, see you later. Goodbye, don't let the bunyips crop your ass. Now, that's something I'll masturbate to. Me and Dura meet up at the artificial lakes. The one-back elder, Balu, kindly points to a lake downstream which is starting to fill up. Here men point their nets to the current, the eels gradually descending from the upper lake. The men work in pairs. One holds the net and the other patrols the water with a weapon in hand in case a bunyip shows up. Though I'm the one who brought the redundant net, Joa is the one who fishes as my boomerang is better suited to stab monsters. In no time, he cuts several eels some twice longer than him. Do you need help with those? Yes. We haul the eels into Lord's grass fiber baskets. There are no signs of monsters, so I and a few other men take the chance to collect water chestnuts. There are plentiful around here and could easily be considered the Gurjit Jamara's second crop on these lakes. After our basket is full, we go to the smoking trees. We are taught to wrap our eels in lily leaves and paper bark and stack them atop the embers. The paper bark hardens while the leaves both preserve the moisture as well as add flavor. Smoked eels can be stacked like this for months at a time, and indeed some trees have their entire hollow stacked. I'm assuming these ones are purely for storage since there's no way the embers are still active. Men armed with boomerangs, clubs, and spears patrol the forest, warding off any monsters they pay us no mind. We can take whatever we want, as there is enough for everyone. Granted, these eels are massive, only the most gluttonous would take more than one. I take one for myself, I was not prepared for it. The texture, the lily leaf sweetness, it is one of the best meats I've ever eaten. Dora seems to agree, as he almost moans with each bite. Bangala flies overhead and we wave at him. He lands nearby, fluttering frantically due to the enclosed canopy. I take it you had a productive day. You have to try one of these. I did, pretty good. Second best food after moth meat cakes. Oh, we've had one of those once. Hard to get the caterpillars in season, though. When this is all over, I could take you to a few valleys. Moths are very common. Shall we check on our Mongoot players? I've been there a while ago. They have no mercy. Me and Dora laugh. I pity the other team. Bangala carries 2 eels as we make our way to the center of Buzit Bem. Here, more complex buildings and stages dominate the landscape where the elders meet. Special tributes given to the gods and ancestors and sports takes place. We come across Winyu and Puro resting on steps, clearly proud of themselves. I take you one, as if it wasn't obvious. Bangala, you should have stayed longer. I will, love. If duty didn't call, there have been monster sightings not far away. We didn't come across any, right, Kudabang? Dread fills me. Last night I had a dream. About some woman, I have a feeling she might attack soon. Everyone's silent. Perel seems to be preparing for some bravado about how he can beat her, but he quickly stops in his tracks. A low rumbling noise is heard as if passing through everything, rocks, earth, my bones. What was that? Her army is coming. Suddenly, comets come in from the north in our direction. Perel becomes atypically terrified and grasps my paw. Power Jawari. Everyone take cover. Don't bleed into your wounds. People start screaming and panicking, but we barely have time to move as one crashes to the buildings, followed by another, and the Mongoot stays. There are evil, disgusting giants with a single luminous eye carrying towards us, their tongues drip blood, eager to lick any exposed wound. You'll pay for what you did to him, you bastards. Pearl wastes no time lunging at him. His ochre-covered skin makes their burn on contact, but it's his sear will that weakens them, and viciously he wills them to die. But they are not the only monsters. The forest around Buzit Bem are suddenly filled with luminous eyes as if the night sky descended into the woods. As they approach their forms are the stuff of nightmares. Nadubi, malformed creatures covered in spines. Dulago, tall black creatures with flat faces and legs ending on a single claw. Wowies, enormous reptiles with 6 limbs, crossing trees underfoot. Bunyams at last emerging from the waters, the remains of men they caught by surprise impaled in their crops. Malangi, their knees rattling and their soulless eyes staring into the mine. Yaramalahus hop amidst the trees while the black and red dogs carry the flesh corpses as weapons. Vikane fly over Buzit Bem, and we are encircled in all directions as more monsters pour in from the edges of the forest. Above them, in descending from the sky, is the Sun Woman in all her terrible glory, her light so strong that I'm starting to doubt that the ogre will protect me. My children, you are all gathered here. Come to your mother. We're all gonna die. No, we're not. Stay close, I need to think. Squirrels are fighting the remaining Papanjawali and is now attacking Garkane as well. So I'm really saying this to the others. As Garkane lunges at us, its wings eclipsing the light of the sun woman, but Windu slices through it with his sword while Bagala drops the eels to better hold his seal. Dora grabs one and throws it away. None of the monsters go after it, but it distracts him long enough for Windu to slice a few more Garkane, while Perrault wills several more monsters to die. Elsewhere, the beasts in the woods fully rampage into Blizzard Brim. Weapons slice into abominable flesh, and the ogre body paint ensures each person's monster poison. But in those numbers and with the large size of several creatures, it doesn't matter. Screams fill the air, limbs are torn from their sockets, guts are spilled onto the earth, or vile flows. Houses are trampled underfoot, the Sun Woman's light, ever increasing in brightness, also sets many of them on fire, traveling dividing the people like the eels in the artificial lakes. At least some of the beasts get burned alive as well, though unfortunately far fewer of them than people. I sit closer to it in Bagla, where you slices many of the Garkane, even a Papadji Jawari that Perrault doesn't get. But as other monsters approach, we finally need Bagala sealed. I have an idea. What if I use my boomerang to snare some of them? It has ochre in it, after all, so it should put them in place while you kill them. Do you know how to get it to return? Before I can answer, Nadubi makes its way to us, galloping and throwing spines that Bagala seals us with. I swiftly charge at it, slicing at it with my boomerang. However, it is far more agile than me, and though I make a few cuts, I soon grow exhausted of trying to keep up with it. To make matters worse, Adulago is running towards me. Come on down. Gulati and Diwamu charge at the beast's sides, the former hacking its arm with her axe while the latter uses a Wumara to throw spears at its flanks. Another woman, a Numbat, uses her tail to trip it. As it falls, Gulati delivers one final blow, clearing its skull. Behind you. Before Gulati can react, Nadubi strikes at them, his spine piercing Gulati's arm. Just then, Dura throws his boomerang, making a loop around the Nadubi. He does another one, and the beast quickly grows frustrated as it continues to constrict its movement. You're doing awesome, bro. Look at Duramu and the Numbat woman, the latter checking Gulati and close her wounds in the midst of herbs and clay. Duramu looks back and nods. As Dura's loop ends, we charge towards the Nadubi, for every spine that it had thrown at others. It will seize a spear from Duramu while I slide down and cut its legs with my boomerang. It lays whimpering obscenities before I cut off its head and gut its torso. I walk next to my sister and hug her. Alright? Might not be able to use my axe as often as I like. Might as well be monster food now. And I was looking forward to those axe lessons. Mangala, Wayu, and Dura made their way to us. Perrault is still busy slaughtering the monster hordes, by far the biggest thorn on the Sun Woman's army's ass. It might be wise to stage a strategic retreat. The problem is somehow getting Perrault out of his killing spree. But what about the elders? They promised they would send warriors to our lands. They probably won't, as it is. We should keep on fighting until Blizzard Brim is cleared. With Perrault on our side, we won't lose. The elders might also be dead. The people can't stay here. Other positions said, like when you said, this is the only way to get the elders to help, as I seriously doubt whatever Bennett told them will convince them now. But I don't see how we can live for much long. All those monsters keep flaying even skilled warriors like us. There's no future for Bruiser Bill. I doubt that the elders survived the onslaught. That said, running away like a coward would be very humiliating. Perhaps not for others, but as I've always said, I'm doing this for me. I failed in Deco. I won't fail Bruiser Bill. I looked to the skies, my eyes watering at the Sun Woman's light. She has barely moved, just watching everything unfold, her face impossible to read. My eyes instinctively give up, and I'm forced to look away. But just before I do, I see her stare at me. She's coming here. This is it. My eyes are still milky in blindness. My earlier resolve is burning away under the gaze I can feel on my own skin. The ochre in my fur is the only thing still keeping me alive, and most assuredly not for long. I feel it flaking away. Suddenly I hear some sort of impact, and a raspy breath is taken for the Sun Woman, followed by the sounds of bones cracking. Yeah, Garrett Perot. Perot. The madman jumped on her and has punched the crap out of her. My sight still isn't recovered, so I seal my eyes with my boomerang. The world goes dark, but I feel that the light is out of me. My eyes don't hurt. They feel on the void. They focus on the void etched into my trusty weapon. Ramon, give me strength. You are the moon. You are the night sky. Clear my eyes and ready my sinews. I will save your people. I am ready. The first thing I see is Perot on top of the Sun Woman in the skies, battling her. He manages to tear out several of her wings, but she doesn't lose balance in flight. New wings emerge, each a beam of her ever-increasing light. His ochre body paint benigns the flake like mine, and she is able to grab and hold him in a few places. Where she does, it isn't she who burns from the ochre, but Perot as he's consumed by her light. Magala, I need to get close to the Sun Woman. Can you carry me? Have you also mine? You'll be Rosa just like him. Can you carry me, Magala? Ability just flat out kicks me. It's one thing to be annoyed, it's another to see her brother go on a spurt of madness that might get him killed. But still understand, right now, I have to believe she'll see the method to my insanity and will be alright with it. I can't think of the more painful alternative. I can, but I'm with your sister. I want to say Perot as well, but I love you too, and I can't live with myself knowing that I flew you to your death. I'm sorry. Romulo, the God of my people, has blessed my boomerang. He has? No, he's just trying to justify acting like a complete and utter moron. He speaks the truth. We try to look. Brenda somehow has survived. Blood that clearly wasn't hers, drying on her skin and clothes. Monsters hiss whenever they get too close, the light of her opals burning and blinding them. Where the fuck have you been? Killing monsters, obviously. Either way, Little Moon over here has been blessed by the Romulum. Take advantage of that before the Sun Woman finds out. Can you lend me some of your power as well? How would he? No, I will not do so. While you strike, I will cleanse Wizard Bill of this plague. So begin at once. Alright then, Begala, when you're ready. He nods and motions for me to hold on to his shoulders and neck. With a few jumps, he takes to the air, beating his wings frantically before soaring. Soon he's circling around the Sun Woman. She extends some of her wings towards us. When I jump towards her with my boomerang, I slice several of them. I jump and climb her a multitude wings like a crazed possum, slicing those trying to hold me. Her light grows stronger, but shadows have suffused into me from my boomerang, giving me a temporary protection against her light. Eventually, I reach Perot. Come on, big guy, we'll frame you. He nods weakly, withering some of the Sun Woman's wings with his willpower, allowing himself to fall. Cutting some of her wings myself, I too jump into the void, but I am again grabbed by her feathered fingers. We hide in saddles, but all saddles wither before the sun. She turned to me. The saddles are gone. My body pain is almost gone. Her eyes pierce deeply within mine. Her light, her light the worst sunburns I've ever felt. I can no longer see, but the light fills my mind. A blindness the same color as my bones that are rapidly becoming exposed. I smell roasted flesh before my own nose gives away. Suddenly, a flash of many colors thunders in the air, and I'm released. My senses return, but I am so overwhelmed by the sounds and lights that pass out. Oh, good, he's waking.
40 seconds of 1 hour, 8 minutes, 51 seconds. Pause.
I wake up on a rocky shore of a creek. Rather than forest, we are surrounded by scrubland. The air is dry and hot, but at least I'm not burning. I check my skin just in case my body paint has been restored, as has my flesh. You feel alright? Yeah, I'm fine. You better be. I almost lost you. You self stubborn. Goody, that's enough. He bundled out and Dora hugged me, their warmth withering away the remnants of my tiredness. Goody silence before sitting down next to me, hugging me too. What happened? Where are we? Brenda saved us and took us here. Other than that, we don't actually know what happened. There was all this rainbow, and then we got here. Where is he? In Pirelli. How are you? We turn to the water. Brenda emerges from it, her opals glistening and their hues moving like waves. Where do you take us? Not even a thank you? How rude. She gets out of the water and points to the east. I took you to the far west, near where the sun should set if she hadn't ended the night. Wizard Bremen's that way, thousands of miles away from us. Worry not, the people made it, and are sending warriors for your nation. That's great news, Kubadon. Our people won't die after all. Did you convince them, Benna? Yes, but in exchange you will have to kill the Sun Woman. That would explain why we're here. Forget it, my brother nearly died. And if we do nothing, all humanity will die. So it's clear what the priorities are. But why specifically? Kubadon and Pirelli broke many of the Sun Woman's wings but still lost. How can we possibly kill her? Most importantly, why can't you kill her yourself? I carefully word this to keep her divinity a secret, though I honestly doubt the others have picked up on that already. Been upon us for a moment, seemingly looking at nothing in particular, before looking back at me, her eyes almost as piercing as the Sobelman's. For the sake of the balance, I will not interfere. Bullshit, using us to do your dirty work is at balance. Been size. I can't deal with this right now. Pirelli got it and is now preparing a candela. The Kardashian thing, right? Will he use it to kill the Sun Woman? Been nods. Now it's Bangala's time to say. I swear he does these acts of stupidity just to piss me off. Just then I notice I don't have my boomerang with me. I'll go talk to him. Where is he? Naturally, my sister and my lovers asked to escort me to Perel, but Brenda told us I had to go in alone. Kardashian, like all magic, is an art sacred to its nation, in this case the Awante. Its rituals are meant to be known only by Awante Kardashian. At first, I was going to fuck with etiquette. At worst, it would be an insult. One poor might have to advance, no matter how he feels about me. Luckily, since he stole my boomerang, I think he wants me to be part of the ritual. If so, it would be quite the romantic gesture to reach protocol for me. I still end up in a sandy expanse. Here daylight continues as everywhere else, but it is dimmer, which combined with the wet soil gives this place an eerie look. I quickly spot Perot sitting down and rubbing my boomerang with a foul mixture of corian, bodies of wild game littering the area. I try my best not to vomit, but the retching sounds quickly alert the kangaroo. Good boy, dog. He's excited to see me, but that quickly fades. I can't hold it anymore. Easy there. Deep breaths. Yes, that would help. With all this rotten meat lying around. Believe it or not, it does. I'm going to fetch some water. He brings back 2 kilograms filled with water. Once he uses to wash his paws, it seems to be filled with the sweet smell of red water, so it probably has herbs to cleanse himself. He brings the second kilogram to my mouth. It tastes like bulb leaves, and it quickly soothes my stomach. He rubs my back softly, and I relax. I'm then enveloped in his strong arms, and the combination of his musk and the herbal scents draw a caring odor. I close my eyes and nuzzle against him, feeling safe and loved. Thank you. Guess we're even now. You did save my life back there. You're welcome. You're too hot to die. He chuckles and nuzzles against me too. We stay like this for a while. Lover's sweat and stains along the ogre. Bina had told the others that I would be spending the better part of the day engaged in the rituals to turn my boomerang into a weapon to fell the Sun Woman, so I took advantage of the time we had. Eventually, though, we need to sit down, and we do so where Ro was preparing my boomerang. The nauseous stench still makes me gag a little, but the herbs and Perot's scent no longer make it unbearable. You're going to be alright, right? Yeah, working on this will distract me. If I can, though, you did use my boomerang after all. Perot sighs. Part of me hoped I'd be done before you notice. Of course, seeing that all this may take days and suddenly needs your assistance, it was a foolish hope. I assume Kadaisha practices are sacred to their Warte and secret to everyone else. Yes, under normal circumstances, I had to kill you if you insist on learning them. But fuck it, we don't have any other options. We'll take part in this, but under one condition. Why me you? Where were you? Boy, you're on fire today. Can't believe I'm the less horny of us two. You spent most of the day so far messing with dead meat. You get used to it. Fuck, I might want to shove some dead possums up your ass. With that, I kick him, but he grabs my foot and nuzzles against it, mocking me with his beautiful eyes. You do realize that with your leg raised up, you look like you're getting into position for that, right? You weren't there. Nah, not in the mood. Fuck you. After we're done with this, he lets my leg go, then grabs my boomerang. The condition is, in exchange for the secret of Kadaisha, you give me a secret in return. This way, this insult against my people is at least softened somewhat. Obviously, whatever you decide to share with me has to both be true and personal to you. And think about this for a while. The easy route would be to share stories of Dwamlin, but though they are sacred to all people, I don't think they're the type of personal secret Perot is asking for. Sharing sacred stories is not easy. And disrespecting the UN, my nation, while not feeling like that, would suffice would be the epitome of pointlessness. Shadows seem to gather around me, under my body and under the bush, and I can hear a faint whisper. My heart races as Perot notices, stroking my face gently. Everything alright? I'm not weakly. I know what to say, it's just painful. Take your time, but you know the value pain has. Once you feel it, it can only go easier from there. Losing my tooth, getting my ass kicked, even almost dying proved that. This kind of pain is one that dwarfs all others. I don't know if I can relive it. I saw a little, but Perot doesn't judge me for once. He simply waits patiently, mostly for me to lay on his chest. I do so, feeling his scars. After a few false starts, I begin. Here it goes. Before the Sun Woman decided to devour the people, she sent drought throughout the land. No rains for years on end, which in the desert may be the norm, but was devastating for us in the coast. Every swamp, lake, billabong, and even the river dried out, and the dew coming from the sea quickly evaporated. Our people needed to drink and grew increasingly desperate about that. Now, back then, I was a child. I didn't have many friends. Even my sister didn't get along with me for a while. I had one you, and I had another one. You'll soon see why I can't give their name to you. This other friend of mine, they were one of Mwanga's ducklings. Wenyu was always kind and patient, so he befriended me easily, but my other friend was a bit like me, difficult. So our friendship did mean the world to me. It was an accomplishment for both of us. We were like twins, always with each other, always causing mischief, always selling cool stuff we found, always resting under the shade of the dying trees. Now the drought was getting increasingly worse, and it was lucky we got to drink more than once per day. So the elders decided there were too many mouths in our tribe, and they chose my friend to be the mouth that had to go. For one thing, they were Mwanga's child, so he wouldn't show favoritism. But we always sneaked around, and I could tell the elders always thought my friend as expendable. How could they not? The child that didn't socialize well, the child who caused mischief, the child who couldn't even decide if they were a boy or a girl. But my friend wasn't expendable to me. So even as they separated them from the rest of the tribe to wilt to death, I still smuggled them with water. But I only prolonged the inevitable. One day I was so thirsty and weak that I drank my fill and even then passed out. When I woke up the next day, my parents told me my friend had died. My soul twin was dead, and the worst part is that I barely had any tears, even as I hung next to their corpse for days on end. I blamed myself for so long. I still do to some extent. But one day my own parents withheld their water from me, and I realized that I was expendable myself. I begged and pleaded with them, but even as they pitied me, they didn't give me their water. Just as I was about to die, the sky darkened and clouds brought rain for the first time in 5 years. These rains were also bringing Dura, who was adopted by Wenyu's family. He knows about my friend, but not about how I really feel about all this. I can't bring myself to hate the elders, but I very much hate my own parents. I didn't grieve when the Sun Woman's monsters got them. I'm still haunted by this. I don't know what to do or how to find closure. Either way, I won't ever be expendable. I sob into Perot's chest. He holds me tightly, soothing me softly. After a while, when my sobs are weaker, he nuzzles against the top of my head. Thank you. This is what I meant. You're not expendable. I wipe my eyes. I know, if anything, I'm pivotal to saving the world. That's the spirit. He grabs my boomerang and hands it to me. Shall we begin? Yes, what do I have to do? I did most of the work in making your boomerang into a kadila. The most important step, however, is pouring your will into it. Once you do that, your victim is dead as soon as you pour it. How do I do that? Focus all your hate into it, but above all, your will to kill. To do this, we are wanted typically whisper prayers to Uncle Torina, Akotorinja, to help keep focus by suspending your gods might be of help instead. Take a deep breath. Drama, give me strength. I will live for Deco's loss. Tell her tongue out. I will live my parents' refusal to save me. Tear her jaw from her skull. I will live the elders discussing in Deco's fate. Fuck over her own jaw. I will live the visions in my dreams. Crush her ribcage and scatter her lungs. I lived when Perot told me my people deserve to die. Snap her legs apart, cut her bowels. I will live when Bangala told me his mother was killed by the Sun Woman. Make her bleed, make her suffer, make her die. I will live anything and everything that caused me to hate, but I'm so caught up that I can't vocalize. Hatred is rather funny in a way. I thought I'd be raging impotently, but instead I feel like A part of myself is being drained to my boring. A part of my heart spreading like wildfire, yet single-minded and focused. Above all, I feel a sense of betrayal. I thought it would take me a while to coach all this out, as I did pity the some woman her loss, so like my own. Yet I surprised myself with how viscerally I want the worst days in existence to happen to her. I feel hatred towards myself, and I think that does it. Did it work? It did, and very well too. Your boomerang practically radiates darkness. I look at it myself. Already darkened by ochre and carrion, my weapon is now jet black as if I'm staring at the darkest regions of the night sky. But while the darkness of night can be peaceful, this feels like malice itself. I can only stare at it so long before I grow nauseated and turn my gaze away. Will this be dangerous to anyone else besides the Sun Woman? Well, no. Candela only works for their target. After that, they're useless. It is necessary to be mostly focused, but sometimes the mind may wander. It's perfectly normal, and you have to go out of your way to want it to work on other people. Somehow, I'm not entirely convinced, which could explain why I felt a bit nauseated, but at once I might just have to be a bit careful. I feel awful. I also want to tell my secret to Bangala and clarify it, further for Dora and Goodity, if you don't mind. Why would I mind? It's your decision and seems a healthy one at that. I don't know. I don't want it to cheapen what I share with you. The fact that you shared it with me in the first place is what makes it precious. Just as I gave you a piece of me, of my culture, you gave me a piece of you. You almost make giving in to my darkest impulses seem romantic. Not as much as fucking you would. Maybe later. For now, I want to make sure the others know I'm alright. Pearl grumbled, but helped me up. As soon as we arrived, the others rushed towards me and hugged me. Except for Benna, who seems mildly bored. Particular enough. How did it go? I showed them my boomerang. Seems different, like it's evil now. If it kills at bits, it's good as far as I'm concerned. Still, it seems so, negative, like it's made of hatred. For that, I can't help but hug him and nuzzle against him. I love having your positivity around, but we need it. Still, I'm with you on this. We can't let ourselves become worse than what we fight. I've seen firsthand when Guillermo Way tries to go to war. Hatred coils itself among the people until they might as well help the black and red dogs to gut innocence. And here we go. We are moralizing. In case you haven't noticed, we're at war for our very survival. Everything counts, especially if it's something as quick as a Candela. And exactly, where do you draw the line? I know you well enough. You're trigger happy with everything. Guys, please don't fight. Yes, as amusing as this debate is, we don't have much time. The Sun Woman's monsters are approaching. Can you keep them at bay for just a while? I need to tell Bangala something and clarify something to Dora and Goodity. Fine, but be quick. I will relay them the story much as I did with Puella. When you, Dora and Goodity, don't interrupt me, simply nodding to confirm what I say. In the end, however, even they are start. Goodity, though my confidant in many ways and hating our parents as well, still didn't know the depths of my self-hatred and desire to be useful. Poor Dora only knew the basis of Ndako having died, and he weeps as he learns the full ramifications of all that happened. I can't help but wipe my eyes and hug him, and I hug him soon the rest follow. None of us can bring ourselves to say anything, so we just don't. Kumadon. Suddenly, a great and horrible noise echoes through the earth, through my very body. I'm reminded of what happened at Blizzard Brim, and I tightened my hug on Dora. As huge as it all is, you need to pull yourself together. What do we do? Kuberdan is to go into the spirit world at once in order to kill the Sun Woman. Is that where all these things come from? Yes, which is why only he is going. He has the Candela to strike her down, so we will go with Bangala to carry him there and maybe escort him or protect the rest down here. Why him, though? He got me to turn his boomerang into the Candela. I want to know why he chose him to endanger himself for all of us. He must be deaf then, because he already explained why I'm giving him that chance. In retrospect, I should have known, but even I couldn't be that self-centered to imagine that God was helping me prove myself. Thank you. If you want to thank me, then just go already. He ordered me. I do so once again, and he jumps into the sky once more. As we gain altitude, I panic. This time, the blinding light of the Sun Woman doesn't obfuscate the earth, and as it dwindles beneath me, I clearly discover a few heights. Hold on tight. Don't look at the ground. If I fall, you'll catch me, right? You have huge talons. Yes, but I prefer to not do that. I'm agile enough to catch you, not agile enough to prevent a talon on your eye if you flail. How comforting. Besides, I'd rather have your arms on me. That's just the proper incentive for me to hug him tight and nose against him. Still, I do hope this doesn't take long. My arms are starting to feel tired. As if hearing my thoughts, Bangala catches a thermal, and we are saw upwards rather fast. He soars effortlessly, only occasionally flapping his wings. Have you ever been this high before? On occasion. First time I dared to fly all the way to the spirit world, though. Why haven't you before? Never felt like going to the place where all these monsters come from. Frankly, I'm not entirely sure about letting you go there. I'll be fine. Ask my boomerang with me, and I'll go with you. My steel will help. Can't argue with that. He chuckles, but he seems a bit sad. What's the matter, love? I wonder if I'll see my mother, or your friend for that matter. I honestly can't imagine how I'd react. My eyes start to fill with tears. I can't handle confronting them. I can't handle them hating me. Kuberdan. They won't hate you. I'm sure they know it's not your fault. Spirits are wise. They can see the past and the future for all eternity. A thought occurs to me. Maybe that's why she hates us. Ooh, the Sun Woman. Imagine having to relive the loss of your child over and over again, forever. I go nuts too. See, this is why I take compassion over hatred any day. I'm proud of you for trying to understand her. I'm not sure if it will do much good, though. I clearly won't get through to her. Well, we're about to find out. The higher we got, the brighter the air gets, until it reaches a blinding light that even Bangala can't stand, averting his gaze even as he flies into it. Then it darkens, and for the first time in so many years, I see the night sky. Its darkness, unlike that of the boomerang, is peaceful and wondrous, a welcome relief from the intense sunlight. We're in the spirit world. I let go of Bangala's back. He almost panics, but he quickly calms down. Floating in the air, I don't think I can fall here. As if on cue, though, my feet lower, and I feel like I'm standing on the ground, even though there's nothing but darkness and stardust. Soon Bangala joins me, gliding down and landing softly as if he was a feather touching the ground. This place is strange. Tell me about it. It's like walking on a dream. Look around. Amidst the darkness, the stars and nebulas form patterns, constellations I have been trained to remember first as a child, then after the Karagal rites. But I haven't seen them with my own eyes since childhood, and painting the stars with ochre doesn't quite have the same impact as seeing them once more. The air around me feels like a void, cold, but the nebulas form strange clouds. Clouds that occasionally part to reveal beams of light. Light that glows brighter and brighter. How bold of you to come here. There are so much I want to show you. Even with all the power in my paws, the Sun Woman is great and terrible to behold. A wilderness being of the most intense light, who has invaded my flesh and mind with her ways again and again. Here, though, I do feel strong. Around me, the darkness suffuses into me, much as my hatred suffused into my being. The peaceful night around me and the hateful shadows of my candela pose so different yet alike. Fear grasps me at every inch of my body, but I feel a strange confidence and I compose myself. Surrender now, and I will spare you. You have a toy, child. You mistake it for a weapon, but it doesn't make it one. Very well, then. I try to be merciful. I point the candela, and it does its job. In an instant, her feathers fall off, her flesh rots, her light dims. Her voice cracks hideously, like fire being put out. The hatred inside my brain lashes out like a serpent consuming her down to ashes, and my weapons purified again, no longer a candela. It is done. We're done here. It's finally over. Not quite. But how? How is possible? I saw you die. I felt you die. How are you still alive? Your medicine woman said it best herself. Nothing ever ends, especially not here, where past, present, and future have no meaning. I try to be merciful, but there is no negotiating with dark forces. Die, my child, die! A bolt of light darts at me, but Bangala saves us with his shield. I have an idea, but I need you to find a way out. I won't leave you here, you idiot. My boomerang's not a candela anymore. But I can still fuck her up. Case in point, I jump to the side, then I float. I can fly here, I can evade her attacks. I see Bangala shaking his head before evading another beam of light. The Sun Woman's wings moving en masse towards me, but once again I slice them. Darkness once again comes to me, this time only to the vastness of the spirit world. I take deep breaths and I channel it into my brain, much as I did with my hatred. The one of them. I ask only that you give me strength. I need to save my people, please. I hear a sound. Bangala faces her opposite me, raising his ochre-covered shield. So, woman, you may desist now. I already tried that. Don't you remember, you fucking idiot? If death doesn't affect you here, neither it will us. We will fight you. We will keep here while your monsters wrestle out of your control. Your armies will decay without you to command them. And since we don't die, you will fight us forever. The Sun Woman tilts her head, mildly amused. I can still devour you. Then you will experience time endlessly, but impotently within my flesh. Do not fight me, my child. You will be safe and sound within me. Just as she extends her wings, I strike, plunging towards the back of her head before using the momentum to propel myself further and grab Bangala. No more talking. We're out here. We dart into the darkness away from the Sun Woman's radiance. The spirit world glows brighter as she chases after her, but we are quicker. Bangala opens his wings and grasps my waist with his talons and flies us faster and faster. It's as if there's no air resistance here, so there's no limits on how fast we can go. Eventually, the Sun Woman's light dims, and it appears she went back to the mortal realm. We stop, floating gently. What now? Evidently, killing her won't be an option. Reasoning with her seems to be impossible as well. Your idea wasn't too bad, though. If one of us stays and fights her forever, everyone else is safe from her. I just need to be able to not be eaten by her. Bangala frowns. If we're going to do this, we ought to do it together. I can't leave you here alone forever. I hug him tightly, feeling his soft feathers, his heartbeat. It should be my burden, Bangala. You have so much to live for, so many people to help. Let me sacrifice myself. It's the only way I can prove to everyone, but especially myself, that I'm useful. And in a way nobody will dare forget. My story will be remembered, and the elders will forever think twice before judging another expendable. My gullet is crying, mouthing a soft, "You're not expendable." I gently stroke his feathery cheek, and I nuzzle against his neck. Let me do this. I can finally do good for everyone. There has to be another way. I love you. Parole loves you. Endure, when you endure and goodity love you. How can you do this to them? How can you do this to me? I cry. My collar shattered. I said it should be easy for me to say for everyone, but seeing the people I care about mourn after me. Maybe I really am selfish, good for nothing. Perhaps I can help. We both turn. Before me is a figure that has been with me throughout all my life, through all these trying times I've never truly seen until now. He shows himself to be like a twin of myself, a thoughtfully identical to me, except with his signature single leg. His still fur, saggy emu feathers adorn his body, though he retains an elegant contour. A soft radiance surrounds him, reminding me of something I've never seen but I know will one day exist. I find myself at a loss of words, simply clutching my chest. He smiles softly, lovingly, taking my paw and gently holding it. As a UN, you are a child of mine. What pride do I have in you? Oh, but why? I'm selfish, cowardly, whining. The argument there. House. And still none of that detracts away from your loyalty to both your people and the family you found along the way. You are so much more than you credit yourself to be, and soon you will be more. He takes a step back, allowing the stars to come back into view. He glides his paw, mapping the constellations and planets. Tell me, do you find something missing? The souls of the departed? No. Those are the many stars you see. They keep their distance lest someone devour them as well. We try to protect them, but they are not truly safe from her even here. That's a truly horrifying thought, to die and not even be allowed to rest peacefully. I hope when Dad goes alright. You are my child. You will wish to speak with you soon, but please focus now. Wipe my tears and then float in the air. Well then, I guess we haven't seen the realization hits me. Am I to become the moon? Beloved Dwamblum smiles. You are named after the moon, after the inconstant protector of the night. But the dreaming is eternal, is ever layered and ever happening. All events in the spirit world happen no matter how much time passes on Earth, forwards or backwards. Nothing ends forever. Nothing ever ends. Pretty much, but also nothing ever begins. A sense of awe fills me. All that has come before me, and all that will come after, always in flux, always happening. All lives that existed and will exist are existing right now, in every moment, in every second. And I will surpass them all. What do I have to do? First off, some humility will do. Second, not a lot, really. You have to be boomerang. That'll be your crescent. Work from there. That seems a bit vague. It's fine, I understand. Would you like to elaborate on that? The darkness of this place, I feel it. I want to condense it within me. If that makes any sense. I'm not good at explaining shit. Bungalow smiles warmly. Well, I'm done trying to understand the spirits. Just promise me you know what you're doing. I promise, love, I promise. I hug him tightly, drowning in the ocean of white feathers until I reach the weeds that are his scarification. He holds me back, shielding me with his wings, but I sense some tension. Hey, what's wrong? If you ever become the moon, will we ever see you? Will we ever be together again? The soul woman is defeated, and yes, there's no reason why he'd be apart from you. The gods brought the land before she closed the night sky with her light. See, everything will be fine. We thought everything would be fine until we learned she can't die. What if we're stuck fighting her eternally? I'll gladly be with you for all eternity, but the others. I sigh. The Sun Woman is distracted, then she can't hurt them. They'll join us eventually, though hopefully not very soon. I normally share the sentiment, but they wouldn't know what will happen to us for the longest time, grief and lack of closure. I don't wish that on even the worst monsters. I know the feeling all too well. Even in my case, I know what happens to the person I'm grieving. Mangala can tell I'm thinking about Ndeko and massaging my back gently. It's better. You know what to do. You know how to do that? She probably knows regardless. I focus my will into the darkness, my mind spreading across time and space like a bat's echolocation. Surprisingly, it doesn't take long for me to find her. She's both here and on Earth, seamlessly existing as if the Sun Woman's light had no effect on her. Turns out the Sun Woman can't die here. I know. Then why the fuck do we waste time making a candela? Like how would Perot feel if I knew spending time with him was a waste of time? She smiled smugly, but I won't give her the satisfaction of seeing me mad. You can't hide your emotions from me, Kodabong, or has our exchange been so easily forgotten? Fuck you. While discussing my masturbation habits seems like a good topic for conversation, I believe you have more pressing matters to attend. This woman's impossible. Yes, you only figured that out. You only figured that one out now. How about waiting for your friends to join you in the spirit world, alive, of course? Last time you transported us halfway across the continent. Can you do the same, but here? That's a plan, but if it was easily done, I would have spared you from your fear of heights. Besides, I need their consent, since they might have second thoughts about being stuck fighting the Sun Woman forever. I see. Just tell them I love them, that's all I ask. Being knowledge, I lose track of her. The saddles twist and turn, feeling my boomerang. It is time. Around me, the saddles turn, like waves in the sea. Stars rise and descend, like they're suspended in water. Eventually, they condense, and around me forms a rocky, misty shoreline. The light of the stars is reflected on it, but in a specific spot is a massive blue radiance. It's a truly beautiful place, a sight from the best of her dreams. Bathe there. And I will myself there. Why walk when I can float? Still, how I get there eludes me. My legs seem to pass through rocks as they do through mist. This place would be great if it wasn't for the fucking headaches. Unlike the shadows and mist of the rocks, this truly feels like water, my toes sticking in the cold though of the sea. I wince a little at how frigid it is, and I drop in quickly. The void of the spirit world was already pretty cold, and this frigid water numbs me, like I'm freezing. You're right. Yeah, though I'm pretty sure my balls no longer exist. Fuck, is this cold? I nonetheless feel myself relaxing as if my body heat doesn't matter anymore. I'm floating as if it were normal water, though I have a feeling I might have to submerge myself fully. Beloved Romulan, can I breathe underwater? You hear me? Yes, though, you need not breathe at all. In the spirit world, only your hesitations bind you. There's nothing but energy, ready to be used. Look at my boy. Shadows still feel it. Its blackness and a stark contrast against the luminous water. Yet it feels cleansed. Somehow the water's washed away with their remains of the hatred that I shoved in there. It was going to be the moon's crescent that it must be bright. As from cue, the water's lap of my weapon, the ochre and blood and carrion crust all washed away into the water like square egg, a black mass leaving behind the brown wood. The darkness dissolves into the water, and now the light begins to soak my boomerang, turning it into a luminous ball white. The process of washing and purifying my weapon left scars, pieces washed away with the rest, some too watered to survive contact with water in the first place. The boomerang now has many craters, darkened by the remaining shadows. I raise it and slice the air, testing it. It is slightly lighter than before, but no less powerful. Shadows still gather, while light glows brighter and brighter. I think of a fireplace of wood feeding the flames. Maybe this is what this is, the shadows feeding the light. I stoop, my child. Only two beings in this world are truly light and truly dark. All other things exist in between, energy changing all the time. The Sun Woman's is a light one, right? In retrospect, it was a stupid question, but I had to make sure. Yes, she burns all shadows. As the apex of light, there is nothing dark about her, which upsets her counterpart, Maru. That is right, the god of darkness. The Sun Woman is one being. Is the one being he cannot corrupt, so he hates her more than even Byron and me. I seriously doubt it's possible to corrupt her any more than she already is. Maybe that's the point. Maru cannot corrupt the brightest light, and the brightest light is intent on wiping us out. They are both monsters. Both strings need to be stopped in order for balance to be maintained. We dealt with Maru while we were helpless to save our peoples. Now it is your turn to kill the Sun Woman. The Romulan sighed, stroking his feathers. There is something truly wondrous about the darkness being defeated by the gods, while the light is defeated by mortals, even if one becomes a moon. As I move my boomerang, I notice that water follows it. First soft ripples in its direction, then taller waves. Shit, I can control the tides. Move my boomerang in wide arcs, resulting in water rising into the air and forming ribbons as it follows the moon's crescent. And it all crashed down in a big splash. So the seas are mine to command as well. Yes, but you are not alone in the vastness. I look further ahead into the water and I see masses of seaweed moving amidst the waves. They are followed by long beaks parting the waves. They are revealed to be the heads of swordfish attached to the bodies of women, the seaweed, their hair. Yak Yak, the gods of the sea, they will be your army against the Sun Woman. And if all goes well, they will work in tandem with you to help your divine duties. I guess becoming the moon truly will become a permanent thing across all time. I will never have a normal life. Bengala guesses what I'm thinking about, looking at me sadly before staring at Tawamalum. You may go if you wish, though. You too will become divine if you bathe in these waters. He plunges in without hesitation, swimming next to me and embracing me. No matter what happens, I will always be with you. I lean into him, my mind too heavy to say anything except, thank you. We stay still for a while. And time doesn't matter here. I'm entitled to be with Bengala and my thoughts for what could easily be a million years back home. One moment I'm confident, pleasuring myself to finally proving my own worth, and in the next I crumble under the realization that my mortal life is over no matter the outcome. Why am I like this? I guess my parents thought it would be cute to name me after the moon for my erratic behavior, but now I'm about to be the master of Tysus himself. My sadness becomes frustration, and Bengala rubs my back gently, trying to calm me. Your friend is waiting. What? And then I feel the urge to look above, or at least what passes for above in this place. Bengala follows suit, seemingly spotted them before I do. Over there. My eyes follow his wing, and I freeze still. A young musk duck hovers in the air, a bait older than when they died. Tears run down their face, but they are happy, glad that I'm here. A breakdown stops hiccuping hideously from my throat and mouth. Let down saying but a soft feathery wing lifts my head up just as its owner lowers themselves into the water. After so many years, I hug my friend and then gently hug me back. I can feel their tears dapping my fur, but I'm never letting them go, ever again. I'm so sorry. For what? You didn't dry the damn world, and you needed the water more than me. I lift my head, looking at them in the eyes. They truly don't hate me. You needed to live to kick that bitch's ass, and now I'm here to help you out. I don't say anything. I can't. They roll their eyes. Get her down. Please don't mope. Please stop moping. I already told you it's not your fault. I know, but but nothing. We're together now. I'm not mad at you. So let's just kick her ass already. I disengage. You're right. Let's do this. I sink fully into the water. Shadows light, they all consume me. And I feel strong. So very strong. I see through the night, all nights. When the darkness, when the gods water the earth to strange visions I don't understand, far into the future. I see my people thrive. I see them die. I see them suffer. I see them rise against their oppressors. The Sun Woman is the first of many evils, the first of many evils to die. When I surface, I become her equal. I am her saddle, her twin, her end. Nothing ever ends. Good. I'm going to enjoy this. I quickly cross the spirit world, darting like a comet. I sense Magala keeping up with me, soaring just behind me. It doesn't take long for her light to burn away the night sky. So now you are the ancient pebble under my feet. You'll swallow those words, cunt. Even if I don't kill you, I will beat the crap out of you forever. I lunge at her, my boomerang slicing at her face and her torso. She blasts light at me, burning my face and arms and scarring me, while I evade. The night grows darker, concealing me and healing me, and I focus. Her light keeps my saddles at bay, but now she's in my domain. I strike again with my boomerang, breaking her legs and wings. I bite, but the remaining wings swat me away, breaking my own jaw. You are powerful, but you are still not my equal. My equal, even he fails to corrupt me. Surrender before my light. That is all you can do. No, he won't. Do it. Well, at least that's what I try to say, but my jaw still hangs from my face. We got you, Kuppendong. We won't leave you. They held me tightly, and I braced them back. My broken mouth readjusts, much to their relief. So you're a guard now? Pretty much, I sighed. Might have to fight her forever. Then so will we. I couldn't bear the thought of you being dragged into this mess forever. Like you said, we got you, Kuppendong. And honestly, after all she said to you, to our tribe, to everyone, I don't mind having to kick her ass all the time. That's the spirit, bro. I knew you had some fighting in you. What? All the times I boomeranged monsters don't count. And speaking of boomerangs, he stops looping around the Sun Woman, who advances towards us. Luckily, Bangala and Perot were already assaulting her, the former battering her with his shield and the latter willing her flesh to rot. Goodity soon joins in, bats her skull. Bena summons water and throws it at her. Even Deckle joins in, having somehow acquired a Womara of their own and throwing spears at the Sun Woman. Ryu and Duras soon join in, and so did I. Every once in a while, the Sun Woman manages to hit my friends, but she has to focus on me, and so I manage to keep them safe. Frustrated, her light intensifies into burning flares, but I and Bena shield the others with water and shadows. We soon lose track of time, though I suppose that's kind of the point in the spirit world. Our fight at once lasts through our eternal history, supplying the universe with day and night. And at once ends quickly when I sever her head from her shoulders and her body from the spirit world into her light. The world is cast to deep night, but it didn't matter, for humanity would see our fight through all their existence. It is time to go home. Okay, so we got to see Kuppendong and the others fight the Sun Woman. You got to see pictures of the other types of monsters also at the Sun Woman's command. About Perot, I'm happy that he has decided to get along with Kuppendong more now, to the point that they even love each other. And he is a Kadaitcha, which is something which deals kind of like magic in his tribe, the Irante. It's a word simultaneously referring to a type of magic. The practitioners of said magic in the Sioux said people use amidst the Irante people. Therefore, Irante culture is seldomly assumed to be ancient, or is assumed to be an accident, but the Kadaicha are sent to deal with the murderer, and sent so the Kadaicha are sent to deal with the murderer and kill them, effectively making them the executioners. The most well-known ritual is the use of the candela, or killing bones, but there are a variety of other creative rituals to figure out the guilty and to author. So I guess Poirot's kind of like an executioner or some type, like he determines who's guilty and kills them. So anyway, that's what that's his kind of like his skill, like he's a Kodaicha, and he taught Kupadong how to use the candela. It's like a killing bone. It's basically a one-time wand used by the Kodaicha made from a bone, human, evil. Doesn't matter what, the candela made by some merciful object and carrying in or faces and attaching the hairs of the victim, raising. Master the Kodaicha. So, with the Kodaicha's work, Poirot said that Kupadong had to put all of his hatred into the Kodaicha. And we learned that the reason why he has such a extreme hatred for his I don't know his hatred, but more like dislike for the elders, because the elders, we know now that the elders decided to basically sacrifice Ndeko, his friend, because there was a drought, and they only had so many people to feed, so they decided to sacrifice Ndeko. Basically decided to he was on his own from then, so that made Kupadong angry because both of them were best friends. So we know now why he's very much hateful towards the elders. I mean, I would feel sad too if that happened. I might have some resentment towards them also. So by pouring all of his hatred into the candela, it becomes a powerful weapon, and for one time he can use it to defeat the Sun Woman. So I think she can't be killed, so he may be able to defeat her for a little while, but she'll always come back and try to destroy and kill again. So I think Kupadong has accepted that he's going to fight her for the rest of his life, and that he has accepted it, and he is determined to do that. So he's basically a god now. So I think he's the moon now, because that's what his name means. Kupadong means moon. Alright, so we got to learn about the tribe. The city that they were in, how they make food, how they store their food and preserve it, how they farm, and the fact they were able to use like some kind of ancient volcano as water to make their land lush and grow crops. That was also neat. Yeah. You guys hear a lot of dark stuff about how people died, and how the atrocities by the monsters. That was very a dark point so far in the end. So There's also in addition to the Sun woman being the god of light, there's also a god of darkness called Marmu, who is her opposite. He couldn't corrupt the Sun woman, and because of that, that has made him angry. That's made him angry because he couldn't corrupt the Sun woman. So there's probably some more I'm missing, but I think that's all I'm gonna say for now. We'll continue with Lance of Fire next time. Thank you all very much for watching. Bye.